Why is everyone in this movie always yelling? And people who do not actually read comics think he's Harley Quinn's other boyfriend.
These choices are difficult, but I gotta choose why is everyone yelling?
Why is everyone in this movie always yelling is 300! This is a scene at the beginning where the famous "This is Sparta" scene. It's the very first one in your scripts. Alrighty, for this scene, Fedor, I would love for you to read The Messenger.
Surely.
James, I would love to see your rendition of Leonidas.
Which one is that? Is that the brother?
Is that the brother?
He's the guy.
Oh.
He's the guy.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Chris, I would like you to read Theron. Kimberly, would you read Queen Gorgo for us? J. Michael, could you do scene descriptions? Monica, would you read Pustamicus, the kid? Yeah. And we'd love for you to read Sentry number 1. And Mayday, go find me Sentry number 2. Make it a quick one. All right.
Got it.
What's her name? Queen
All right.
It will be returned.
I know.
What is it?
Come on, get some attention. All right.
That's cool.
Come on up, Kiki.
I believe in us.
You believe in me?
Look at all this shit I gotta read. You're fine.
Really? Oh, you're dressed as Kiki. Your name is Kiki.
Yes.
All right, everybody say hello to Kiki. All right. Come on up, Kiki. You're going to be reading Sentry number 2. So, player, are you ready?
Yep.
Ready? Actors, are you ready?
Yes.
Audience, are you ready? Let me hear it. 3, 2, 1.
Boys! Exterior Greek countryside.
You don't have to read that
Persian.
part. You don't read the exterior stuff.
Oh, but it's part of
If you
the...
want to, you can.
Why are you limiting me?
It was Jesus.
You're right. I apologize. I said, like, free reign, you should do it. I will
No,
never do
no,
this
it's
again.
fine. I've got this.
You're ruining the show.
No wall surrounds Sparta. The buildings have no flowered columns, no carved arches, no fluted gables, no recorded dates and wreathed tributes to the dead. No, this is Sparta. This is the simple elegance of an unadorned shelter. We see the mounted Persian column appear in the stillness of the morning. A massive black horse rears and drops its frame, dust curling around its hooves. A Persian messenger with scarred face and sharpened teeth of gold settles the horses. His 20-minute arms fill in along his side.
I bring word from the great Xerxes, conqueror of all the world.
The Spartan sentries approach slowly. One steps forward and sniffs the air, mocking the Persian force.
Oh, sorry.
That's you.
Could we offer you a bath, Persian?
We hear laughter from the other Spartans standing nearby.
I'm sure our women have a perfume you'll find agreeable.
The Persian messenger pulls at the leather reins of his mount, sinking the bit into the horse's foaming mouth.
Greek arrogance! It will be the death of you all. If it were not for diplomacy, I would rip the breath from your lungs.
He turns the horse in a tight circle and looks out at the citizens of Sparta who are milling about. Helot farmers, masons, women, and children watch as the messenger glares down at them.
Show me your king.
Our king is a busy man.
The Persian messenger reaches into a waxed canvas bag that lays across the horse's neck. We see the jeweled crowns of conquered nations. The messenger lifts at the rope, running through the bone-white eye sockets of a half-dozen human skulls.
These kings were busy men once.
The messenger kicks at his horse, holding the skulls and royal headdresses for all to see.
Be afraid. Sparta will burn to the ground. Only the word of King Leonidas can save it.
We hear the flutter of hummingbirds. Against the pale stone walls, covered thick and dark with ivy and wild lilac, King Leonidas, strong and lean, a king, a warrior, a father, rolls on the ground in simulated combat with a 6-year-old boy.
Hey, remember, my son, the more you sweat here, the less you're gonna bleed in battle.
The boy dives at his father, missing the king's legs.
Yeah, follow your instincts. Huh?
Leonidas smiles.
Act without hesitation. Huh?
Again, the boy tackles, and they tumble over each other into the soft grass.
Hesitation creates fear.
They wrestle on, continuing one of the ancient rituals of father and son.
Yeah, fear is always a constant, but accepting it'll make you stronger. Yeah.
Leonidas spins and grabs the boy's legs, pulling him to the ground. Leonidas looks across the garden to see his wife, Queen Gorgo, 28, with her athletic frame, watching the two of them.
Yeah, in the end, a Spartan's true strength is the warrior next to him, give respect and honor, and it's gonna be returned to you, huh?
Leonidas rolls the boy to his back.
What you want to do is first, you fight with your head.
We see a Spartan, Leonidas, Captain 45, broad-shouldered and fiercely loyal, speaking to Gorgo near the stone pillars of the compound. Arches, slips free, and reverses to his father's back.
Then you fight with your heart. Yeah,
Gorgo lifts Plelecharchos off of his father.
What is it?
Your father has things to attend to.
Leonidas rises to his feet.
Hey, bring me my sword!
The boy nods and goes.
Come on. Hey, we got a Gorgo?
Do we have a Gorgo?
Oh, wait, sorry, that's me. A Persian messenger awaits you.
Pistachios returns with a simple short sword of iron, its handle inlaid carnelian and amber. Leonidas arms himself and leans down, kissing his son on the forehead.
And don't forget today's lesson, huh?
I won't. Right. Respect and honor.
Marketplace. The Persians wait in the full heat of the sun, watched by Spartan guards. Free women and children pass the narrow streets carrying electrum vases, all shapes and sizes of glass and terracotta water vessels. Theron, 36, a Spartan councilman with noble features, a body of lean muscles and piercing eyes. How you doing? Retired from the battlefield for a life in politics, stands and speaks freely with the messenger from the east as Leonidas and Gorgo approach.
Oh, councilman. You found yourself needed for once.
Theron allows the comment to disappear into the sounds of the market.
My king and queen, I was just entertaining your guests.
I'm sure.
Leonidas stands before the Persian messenger.
Listen here, Persian. Before you speak, know that in Sparta, everyone, even a king's messenger, is held accountable for the words of his voice. Now, what message do you bring?
The messenger opens his great arms, palms to the azure sky.
Earth and water.
Leonidas narrows his eyes.
Come on! You rode all the way from Persia for earth and water?
The Persian holds to his message, studying the king's face.
Look, don't be coy or stupid, Persian. You can't afford neither one in Sparta.
The Persian turns to Gorgo, never having been spoken to by a woman in this tone.
What makes this woman think she can speak among men?
Because only Sparta women give birth to real men, okay? Thank you.
Hashtag fuck yeah, the Persian must swallow his pride along with the insult before his men.
I'll tell you what, let's walk to cool our tongues, eh?
Leonidas turns away, leaving the rest to follow the king's steps.
If you value your lives over your complete annihilation, listen carefully, Leonidas. Xerxes conquers and controls everything that his eye rests upon.
The messenger throws a look to Gorgo and continues.
He leads a force so massive, it shakes the earth with its march. Its numbers so vast, it drinks the rivers dry.
The Spartan bodyguards watch the Persians carefully.
All the God King Xerxes requires is this: a simple offering of earth and water, a token of Sparta's submission to the will of Xerxes.
Leonidas stops in his tracks.
Wait a minute. Submission? That's a bit of a problem. And rumor has it the Athenians have already turned you down. And if those philosophers and boy lovers found out that kind of nerve...
Theron moves forward.
We must be diplomatic.
Leonidas raises his hand.
Yeah, and Spartans have their reputation to consider, huh? Come on.
Choose your next words carefully, Leonidas. They may be your last as king.
Leonidas looks away from the messenger's eyes and scans the Persian bodyguards, assessing their strength. Time slows for our king. He watches the freedom of his people. We hear the sounds of children's laughter. And now that we're through that horrifying fucking experience, the simple pure life each have built for themselves. The words earth and water form quietly on his lips. He looks to his queen, mother of his child. Time unwraps as Leonidas stares at the messenger. In one motion, the king draws his sword, bringing it to the Persian's neck.
Madman! You're a madman!
The Spartan guards quickly follow their king and hold their weapons to the Persian force before them.
Earth and water!
Leonidas begins to back the Persian messenger up towards the deep, open well.
You'll find plenty of both of those down there.
What? No man, Persian or Greek, no man threatens a messenger.
Hey, you bring the crowns and heads of conquered kings to my city steps. You insult my queen.
How dare him?
You threaten my people with slavery again and death. I've chosen my words carefully, Persian. I hear your message clearly. It is that of a war party.
Leonidas touches his sword to the flesh of the messenger.
This is blasphemy!
Theron raises his hands in a desperate attempt to stop Leonidas.
This is madness.
Leonidas has the messenger's heels hanging above the void of the well. The Persians eye the Spartans nervously. We see the sword lowering from the Persian's neck. Theron relaxes, thinking reason has prevailed. A warm wind plays against the king's robe. Leonidas looks at Gorgo. She nods, knowing full well that that nod brings to her king and Sparta, and with one great push against the Persian's chest.
Madness!